With Central Idaho Mountain Weather, July 10th, 2026. Looking at the Martin fire that started yesterday around 5:23 p.m. Likely human cause, as there was no clouds in the sky for lightning to start. This is a photo I took last night after all of the planes flew overhead, dropping down fire retardant. You can see it was slowly backing down this hillside into Slaughterhouse Canyon. If you're still enjoying this broadcast, we ask you to do one-time donation, or even better, sign up for that monthly sustaining membership. It really helps with these extra credit projects. Here's some flyovers that I captured on Watch Duty. Highly recommend Watch Duty if you don't have this app. This is the pro version that allows you to get some extra features like the aviation. You could see they started coming in with an air tanker. I actually forget what time that was. I want to say it was around 8. So in kind of the last hours of the day. The first tanker flew in. Had 400 gallons of fire retardant. The second one had 300. They were both very large air tankers, so type 1s, and flew many passes over this fire, laying down fire retardant before a helicopter with a Bambi bucket also did some drops on that one hillside. So they were just trying to put some lines down before the dark so the fire wouldn't spread into any dry fuels. It'd hit that fire retardant and stop. There was also a couple air tractors, so those are the single engine planes that flew in, and those can really get pretty dang close to the fire and have a more precise target. This is from Blaine County firefighters, South District, on scene, going to work on this fire early on before BLM took over command. And on the right is an image of the fully burned out area. So this area here is constantly under fire, it seems like, in the summertime. There's a shooting range out Martin Canyon where a lot of bullets, sometimes explosive bullets, like in 2018 when we had a pretty big fire that really burnt out this whole area, the Sharps fire. Started with an explosive shooting target. So this area has seen a lot of fire. As you can see, these are all historical fires. I'm going to show you kind of what I think happened yesterday. So City of Bellevue here, Muldoon Canyon here goes out to Sharps Canyon. This is the firing range right in here. Fire likely started here, grew up this hillside, as this is fairly steep terrain, and we had kind of windy conditions in the afternoon. So it zoomed up here, over here. As you can see, a lot of this is mostly grass. There is some sagebrush in here, but since there's been fire after fire, a lot of this is burned up and is just kind of left with grass. So it made it up to this ridgeline where it started backing down this hillside here, and that's where that picture I took was. And then the worry is that it backs down this hillside and gets into the slaughterhouse community down here. So that was why we still are in the set evacuation for that, just until they get a good handle on what happened this morning. This is the Watch Duty app. You can see that evacuation order for Slaughterhouse Canyon. Another great reason we'll have this app. Blaine County sends out alerts, and this is also just kind of a second way to catch those alerts. We're in a moderate drought here, and it's not going to get too much better. We might have some monsoonal moisture coming in, but it is going to continue to dry out throughout the season, so we're going to have to be pretty heads up. Humidity levels for today are going to be in 10 to 13%, so that's going to be quite dry. I imagine they're going to continue maybe hitting this with air support. I mean, these grass fires, they move fast and furious until they get into a stand, and then that's where they can kind of turn into bigger fires, but they can spread pretty quick. So getting some fire retardant down on it ahead of time, blocking it out from traveling is always a good tactic. It seems like this year they've actually um, been hitting all these fires real hard at the beginning to stop the spread. Might have some more red flag conditions over the weekend as it's going to be really hot. You can check my other weather forecasts on that. And it's going to become pretty windy Saturday afternoon with gusts in the mountains up to 30. And then on Saturday or Sunday night, it's going to be even gustier as a cold front comes through. And we got plenty of dry fuels out here. This is showing that. You can see how it kind of goes up into the valley floor. And it's slightly better conditions in the mountains, but still pretty dry out there. Keep your eyes out for fires, report them quick or early so we can put out the fires quickly, and bring water with you too. Put out any fires you see that are unattended. And ask the owners just to put out the fires. We don't need campfires this summer. It's gonna be hot enough this weekend.